Hi fam, this your girl Kenya back with another video. I'm just basically giving you guys an update on my mental health journey. Um, I've been on this journey for a very long time and got off, got back on, got off, got back on, and so on and so forth. So the last part of this year, I was going through different therapists trying to um, get some therapy in and medication and things like that. Um, and me, I'm the type, um, I guess it's crazy, but if I don't feel a difference in about a week or two, I stop taking the medication, point blank, period. And I tell the doctors, the therapist, nope, I don't take it anymore. And I know that's crazy. And I had to be like, wait a minute, you got to stop doing that. Um, so let me just kind of give you a little backstory on my mental health journey. Um, got pregnant at the age of 15. I had my daughter. I turned 16 in July. Had my daughter in November. Um, that was a whole in itself, right? Um, running track, had just made cheerleading, and so of course I felt like devastated, right? What 15, 16-year-old girl is, you know. Um, so yeah, that took a lot for me to deal with. And um, so for a long time, I was depressed and I didn't know I was depressed. I just thought what I was going through was normal. That was normal for me because I didn't talk about it to anybody. I just dealt with it and that was my normal way of life, right? So, um, as I got older, I think I was in like my early 20s. I think I had my first kind of episode. And um it was a couple of weeks where like I barely wanted to get out of bed. I didn't want to bathe. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to be bothered. Nothing. Nothing sufficed for me. Nothing. And so finally I ended up going to the doctor, and that's when I found out that, of course, I was depressed. Didn't really hear much about that growing up. You heard about crazy people and all that kind of stuff. They said they crazy, but never talked about it in depth. Never asked any questions about it. It was just, you know. So, um, got on some medication, different things like that. And then I went through a spell where I was manic. And I would have like extreme amounts of energy, like bursts of energy, like I can do a million things at once. I would go shopping and just, you know, totally out the norm for me, right? And when I was on that high, now once again, like I said, this was normal for me. And so I'm not thinking anything about anybody else. This is my normal, right? And so by things later on I would kind of feel guilty about, and I would take things back. Um, and that went on for about 2 weeks. And then when I would come down, like I said, I would take things back and I would feel like so horrible. Like just, I would feel bad. Like it would be back to not wanting to get out of bed again. Things, because, you know, I would take the medication. If I didn't feel anything kick in instantly like that, I was done. Didn't take it anymore. Didn't go back to the doctor. And that was kind of my track record. And I had another episode where I was working and I was working in a call center and I was literally arguing with the customer. Like, literally, my voice was getting elevated and it was just, because mind you, this I just been treated for the depression at this time. No other, diagnosis. So, um, I was agitated because I wasn't sleeping. Because at nighttime, I would pace the floors. I would be looking out windows because I would think I would hear stuff. I would think I would see stuff. And this was real to me. I would check my doors like a million times, make sure they were locked. My windows, I would sleep with a knife up under my pillow. Um, this was my normal, remember? Um, I had covers and stuff up over my windows. Like no like natural sunlight or anything was coming into my place, right? Kept it dark in there. That's my normal. And so, because by this time, I hadn't been back to the doctor or whatnot. Because I had moved several times since then, different states. So, just normal being a single mother of a teenager. Well, she wasn't a teenager then, but just being a single mother in a city with no family, you're trying to do the best you can. And then you have a preteen, so what comes along with that. So, and working in a stressful, call center type. So if you worked in a call center, you know how that is, right? So, I was just basically functioning. I wasn't living, I was just functioning, right? So I would start to get into it with my customers, like literally argue, go back and forth with them. And I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sleeping at night. My brain would be racing, like I could never turn it off to get any type of sleep. And like normal sleep medication, like PM, that type of stuff didn't do anything for me. So I would just like kind of pace the floors all night, walk all night, up all night, looking out windows and um, watching TV or just anything that kind of just like a little busybody, just kind of, that's my normal, right? So I went on for a while. So then it started to that was physically, I wasn't sleeping, wasn't getting any rest, so I would be aggravated and agitated. So that was kind of blowing off into the customers, and so um, I use my employee EAP services to seek out, and so I got a referral to see another psychiatrist. So, we talked about what was going on with me and different things like that. So, this time I had got a diagnosis of bipolar. So, I'm like, what is that? You know. And so, never really just got into mental health really like that, just depression. That was the most I would, depression or crazy person, crazy chick, that kind of stuff, but not really in depth, right? So that's when I received that diagnosis, right? And so it's just kind of been a struggle. Um, Sometimes I can go years without any type of medication, and I can somehow manage. I was seeing like a psychologist, counselor, someone to kind of talk you through different coping mechanisms and different things like that. Um, I've had outpatient. I've been hospitalized a few times. So, I can kind of tell when those triggers are coming on and when things are changing for me, then going through my normal routine. And so, um, this is my latest journey here. So I've been on. Remember the last, well, not the last time, but remember I shared with you guys about the therapist that I was trying to go see, and I kept having all these issues every time I went to go see him. So I was like, this is a sign I must not need to go. So I ended up getting a referral to another therapist, a lady this time, and I like her. Um, I'm comfortable to share some things, but some things I do keep guarded because I know, I've been down that road before. And so, yeah. Now I just got to find me another counselor to kind of help me with coping things, because what I've used before is not working anymore. So I don't know if it's because I've gotten older and my tolerance is not as, I don't know what it is, but yeah. So I just kind of want to talk to you guys about that and to let you know that, you don't ever have to be ashamed if things are not right with you and you feel like you're out of sorts. Please get help. You know what I'm saying? Because I know back in the day, people didn't talk about it, or people were ashamed of everything. They want to say, pray about it. And I know God give us, sense to pray, but he also give us common sense to know that, hey, that's why they put those type of professions out to help people who need it. So don't ever be ashamed to seek out for a counselor, a licensed counselor, or a psychologist or a psychiatrist. If that's what you feel like you need, you should do that. And the psychiatrists are the ones who they are medical doctors, so they are allowed to prescribe medication. Now the psychologists, they're not. They're just basically counselors, to try to teach you like life skill, coping skills, things like that to manage your emotions and all that good stuff. So you really need both, you know. But the psychiatrist that I see now, I like her a lot. She seems pretty fair. So the medications, um, I've been on for about 2 months now. Um, the first one is fluoxetine, and I think that's generic for Prozac, if I'm not mistaken. And I have to eat before I take it because I notice it kind of takes my appetite. So I have to make myself eat something before I take it. Um, it does give me energy, but that's only if I don't take my alazapine. And I have to take that at night, and that is uh, 15 milligrams. I had 7.5, but she had to up it because I wasn't staying asleep. And so it kind of has the effects of Seroquel. Um, it does give me cravings, like I crave sweets with it, and I know that's kind of probably how I have picked up these pounds that I've picked up since I've been on it. But it does allow me to sleep. The only thing about it is you just have to, well, me, I have to make sure I take it at a certain time because if I take it too late, I'll sleep all day. I'll wake up, use the restroom, and I'll go right back to sleep. And I probably won't sleep it off till maybe like 5 o'clock the next day. It just depends on what time I took it. So sometimes if it's late, instead of taking the whole thing, I may cut it in half, and that still will kind of put me out for a while the next day, because I will be very groggy, like literally have no energy to do anything. But when I can tell the difference when I don't take it. When I don't take it, because I'm up all night, like up all night. So I can't take it. If it's past 11 o'clock, I won't take it. So, and another thing I have is hydroxyzine. That's for anxiety, and that is 25 milligrams. It's multi-use, because I've gotten that before because I used to break out in hives a lot. So I used to get that for hives as well, but it was prescribed for me for anxiety. So but it makes me sleepy. So obviously you can't take that if you're, if you're working or if you're out and about. It'll kind of calm you down, but you have to make sure you get home because it makes me sleepy. Now, it may have a different effect on somebody else, but on me, it makes me sleepy. So, like I said, the fluoxetine, it gives me a lot of energy. And I know some people say it upset their stomach, but I don't know if it upsets mine because I eat first before I take it just to make sure. So I don't know, but it definitely gives me energy. Um, and then, you know, that's why I have to take the elazopine to kind of calm me down because if I don't, I still be up. Just kind of. So it's. I'm trying to get my medications right and the dosage and the things like that, and stick to a particular time for each thing to figure out what works best for me. So basically, that's just what I was on coming to give you guys an update on what was going on with me and what meds I was on and how they were working for me. So if you're taking any of these, let me know how it's working for you and how long you've been on them. If you had any, bad side effects or anything else that you may have tried. But I just want to let you know that mental health is real. It is serious. And I don't think it's taken serious enough by some people. And I'm just here to tell you, I struggle with it day to day. And it is real. Very much so. But, you know, I do pray, you know. I do believe in God and I do believe in prayer. So, I was told I would have to more than likely be on medication forever for the rest of my life, because of, my diagnosis. But, you know, who's to say, But I knew when I needed help. I could tell I had been dealing with this long enough to, I can kind of tell when I needed some help and I needed it like yesterday. So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. So, it's never too late, you guys. Don't be ashamed. Don't be nervous. If you want to DM me, leave me a message. That's fine. I just want to say thank you for taking the time out to watch my video, and I hope this was informative for you. And yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing right now on this mental health journey, so I can get me all the way together. Because taking care of you means taking care of everything from the top to the bottom, and so we can live a more productive life, and so that's basically what I wanted to come on and share, update you guys, because I know it's been a while since I have done a video, because, some days I'm just not, I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to shower, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to be bothered, you know. So it's a struggle daily. And add when you add work into that and just life, period, So I'm here to tell you there's help. There's help if you need it. And once again, I thank you for stopping by. You guys be safe. Treat one another the way you want to be treated. If you have any questions, any concerns, leave me a message. Don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you once again for stopping by Kenya's Life. Thank you, and I will talk to you guys later.